Hey y'all, it's me. I know. I'm out of character. I'm out of character. Where's the yellow shirt? Where's my background? I know. But for episode 16, I'm actually traveling right now. And I was like, you know what? We're going to make this a whole entire lesson about self-esteem and flexibility. How do you stay flexible? How do you still feel like everything's going to be okay when things ain't working out like they normally do? So stay tuned. Let's make episode 16 on the road, baby. Let's be flexible.
I'm someone, she's TSED. I'm someone, she's TSED. I'm someone, they call me TSED. I'm someone, she's TSED. I'm someone, she's TSED. I'm someone, they call me TSED.
All right, so you're probably saying to yourself, self-esteem and flexibility, where are we going with this? Well, follow me. Here's where we're going to go. All right, listen. So when we are trusting ourselves and believe that we have value, believe that we have power, and then we are more able to bend and flex when things change. Here's what I mean. I'm not so rigid that I think this is the only way it can work. This is the only way I can have value. I had to realize that I have information I can share with you, whether I have the perfect background or not. And sometimes we get stuck into that phase of perfectionism and we want everything to be exactly as it always was. We get into fear of change and we don't want to see anything different than it normally is. And sometimes we get into this, oh no, I have OCD, so I need this. And we self-diagnose and stuff that don't need to be self-diagnosed. All right. But of course, all of these are real things too. You know, some of us are out here really dealing with very real things. So I'm not trying to suggest that if you're dealing with that, it's not real. You know, I have nothing but respect for you. I am saying though that sometimes we're overgeneralizing these things and blocking ourselves into a corner when we really could still be really successful and thrive anyway. So a big part of my vision on self-esteem is that the way I'm thinking and I'm feeling about myself says, hey, even if something's not working out the way it always did, doesn't mean it still can't work out anyway. All right, so what's the tool I want to give you to help you deal with this? It's called chunking up. So in neurolinguistic programming, you know, NLP. Oh, I just realized I'm filming the thing and I should have turned it this way, and but I turned it this way because I'm on my phone. Oh, flexible. See what I mean? Sometimes we just have to be more flexible. So here's the tool I'm trying to give you before I realize the phone thing. Okay, focus. All right. Chunking up. Chunking up is a neurolinguistic programming technique or concept where we go up to the bigger picture. Sometimes when we get lost in the details, that increases a sense of stress. And when we chunk up into more general, perspectives, we get more into trance, more into the why, more into asking ourselves, what's the purpose of this thing? So when I thought of even just this episode, man, I want to get them episode 16 and I want to get it out on Sunday as promised. And it's a goal I have for myself and to the beautiful people who are really looking forward to these messages. How can I do this? What would be the purpose of still filming anyway? The purpose would be to make sure I keep my word to myself and my word to you. And that's part of how I'm thinking and feeling about myself, is that I have value and what I say matters. And when I say I'm going to do something, it's an honorable thing to really stand by it. And I think about you also. And so when I chunk up, the feeling is the greater purpose of doing this is to make sure the message gets taught, and it gets taught in a timely fashion, and it gets taught as I promised that I would teach it. And of course, if I couldn't do it on the right day, then I get it. Flexibility comes into play there, but we do get lost in the details. Oh, and quickly, an idea of being lost in the details would look like this. But I don't have my lights, and I don't have my background, and I don't have my shirt, and I didn't get a chance to put my lashes on, and I didn't do this, and I didn't do that. And those are all the details. And oh my gosh, it's not going to be the same as it usually is, and it's going to look different from all the other episodes. Those are the details. Again, those details can bring stress and overwhelm. Put me right down into that lower energy center where I'm in fight or flight. Like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? But to stay in that chunked up place, like we talk about in NLP, means that I'm coming out of that fear, fight or flight. Coming out of that fight or flight in that stressful, very detailed area, and I'm going into a chunked up perspective where I'm looking at the greater purpose, the greater good. And when I come out of that stress center and go into those upper centers, now we're tapping into creativity and love. And now I'm filming this for you for the love. I am using the lights here in the hotel room with my creativity. And at the end of the day, the message, the greater purpose, the bigger purpose of me doing this, the greater good, is to make sure you have the lesson. So today you learned about chunking up and being flexible and how it can be a really great reflection of your self-esteem, because it's all about the way you're thinking and feeling about yourself. Be flexible. You got this. All right, now, y'all, that's it for episode 16 on the road. Being flexible, being creative, tapping into the greater good and the higher purpose of sharing this beautiful series called A Positive Mind with TSED. Oh, I didn't even say that in the beginning. I forgot. Flexible. All right, and one of the tools you can use in the Academy, I was going to give you some tools, right? Make sure that you go back to the affirmations, right? Download the free app that's in the Academy, look at some of the example affirmations we have, and for sure add, I am flexible, I am worthy, it's okay if things aren't always exactly the way they usually are, I can still be successful anyway. All right, so add that to your affirmations. And there's one more thing I want to add for you also down there in the description, because I'm still gonna hook it up. Yeah, I am. In honor of episode 16 on the road, where I'm actually in Tampa getting ready to film another segment with Bloom TV morning show with Gail Gallardo. Hi, Gail. I'm going to make sure that I give you the link to all of my press appearances. One of my favorite things about doing press is that I'm out here teaching. So I get on the stage or on set and I am teaching. So you can get little bits and snippets of information just from watching these episodes where I'm appearing on television. So I'm going to make sure I put some of the link down there so you can see some of these segments and you can watch my appearance on TV, especially Bloom TV. Definitely one of my favorites. All right, y'all, we did it. We were flexible, we got creative, and we did it with grace. Of course, I humbly thank you for receiving this message, even though it looks different than it usually does. And I suspect as I keep traveling throughout this year, we may have more of these moments. So I love and respect, and I'm so thankful and appreciative for you. I hope the message is the focus and not all this I got going on here in this hotel room, okay? And actually, that's part of the message now. Think about it, right? So next time, maybe we'll turn the camera the right way. Next time, maybe I'll film way in advance before so I can have on my yellow shirt, and maybe I won't. And it's okay, because I'm thinking, for what purpose am I doing this? Not to just have a yellow shirt on and a beautiful background, but to make sure that I speak from my heart into yours. And I did that today. So thank you guys for joining episode 16. Click all the buttons, like, follow, subscribe, go into that description, get those resources, use them because they're there to help you. All right. Make sure you're following me on Instagram if you're not already as well, because I got a lot of goodies going out there as well. And of course, join me every single Sunday for A Positive Mind with TSED. I know, I don't even have space on the screen. Let me see if I'm gonna stick it like right there. Let me see if I could. Is it there? You know what? We'll see. We'll see what I'm going to do. All right. I love you guys. Talk to you soon.
I'm Simone. She's